Amy McDaniel, and I represent 520 East Street, 524 East Street, and 714 5th Street, Lambert Vet Supply. My questions are kind of more for you in terms of the employees that are going to be coming over and things like that. Obviously, I think a lack of communication is probably what kind of led us here today, which is no different than any other company. You know, employees getting scared. You know, I think that's, I mean, they have to make decisions for their families also. We do have employees that we have to think about now as well. You know, and they have feelings too. So the employee wages and benefits, I have a multitude of questions. Is that okay, or am I limited to one?
You're limited to 3 minutes.
Okay, perfect. So employee wages and benefits, I mean, they're pretty similar. Are they going to be taking care of the ones that are coming over?
Our wage scale is somewhat less than what the police department's is, but it's you know, it's right at $20 an hour for a road deputy. We provide employee health insurance and provide a small percentage of the family insurance premium. We offer dental, vision, those kind of things, much like, you know, I believe the city's plan is probably a little bit better than our health plan, but I think that's just because of sheer numbers and that. But you know, holidays, vacations are comparable.
Okay. And as far, I mean, it's apples to apples, it seems, as far as coverage and things like that. So the question is, what if we make this decision and everybody is on board with it and they don't want to take it to a community vote and you guys decide that it wasn't the right decision? If something like that were to happen, you know, the pulling back and making those adjustments, is that as easy? Because I know it's not always, it's easy to say, but it's not easy to put in play. In regards to maybe if you're not happy with the amount of control that you have, who does have control? Is it, I mean, does the community have a say in some of the stuff that happens and encourages you, and then you guys can control a little bit more of what's going on with the sheriff's department, or are they completely a separate entity? I don't understand these things, so I'd like some...
Sure, I can explain from a legal standpoint the way the contract was drafted. In the event either party either breaches the agreement, doesn't fulfill their responsibilities, both the city and the county, or a party is dissatisfied, just simply wants to terminate, they can do so upon 1 year's notice, which should hopefully in that event would give the city ample time to reestablish the police department. And there's also a schedule set forth in the agreement to the extent the equipment and supplies which are being transferred from the city to the county, the value of those obviously depreciates over time, so depending upon when the contract is terminated, the county would then pay back a portion of that. So is there any more control in the city's hands to advise the sheriff on if they're like job performance? Sure. There's a joint law enforcement committee, of which there are 3 members from the county and 3 members from the city, which will meet and talk about any issues that arise under, you know, whether the city believes there should be more enforcement during these hours, whether the county believes they need this as an assistance. Those are the things we're going to talk about. Okay. Yeah, just let me make one point, and I'm going to give, because both the sheriff and I took away from your time, we'll give you a little more time. This is not an uncommon contract. Just so you know, there are quite a few communities around the state that have similar contracts, including cities we represent, including some of the fastest growing cities in the state. For example, we represent the city of Waverly. They contract with Lancaster County, Gretna. There's a whole host of communities that do this, and they do it for cost-saving reasons. And I can tell you, I certainly appreciate and understand your fears, but you can talk to folks in any of those cities, and you can ask them whether it's worked for them or not. So, did you, Sheriff?
And another thing with that is there's going to be a liaison officer that comes and gives a report to the council every month. It'll probably be the first meeting of the month, but you know, that's when the council can ask questions, voice their concerns, you know, say, hey, we've been getting complaints about this, you know, what can we do about it? So, you know, and it's going to be a two-way conversation. You know, we'll work with the City Hall on what's going to take place.
Okay. And for the council, because of actions that took place and the chief of police leaving and you guys coming to this decision, do you see this as being a permanent decision if you like the way it goes, or is this an interim decision until you try to staff? Like, do you see this being something that you may in the future choose to terminate, or would you be content making this decision permanently?
I guess, you know, from my point of it, I'm not sure which way I'm going to go yet. You know, I'm still weighing out the different things. If I do make a decision, I would hope that it would be for the term of the 10 years. If it works, I guess that's the nice thing from it. If it works, then great, we can just keep going. If it doesn't, you know, we have the option that we don't have to continue it. So, you know, is it permanent, cast in stone? I don't think anything is.
I'm going to ask you to wrap up as we can.
Those are most of my questions that were like, you know, I apologize. So, thank you.